we'll give you the best commentary we can. And it seems like we're starting here. We got a bit of audio. So this is stage 1. Stage 1, I don't know, it's fun in... Oh, we already got a crossbow. So what you... that's something you don't want to see. LK got a crossbow, and the bad thing about the crossbow is that it's a bad weapon. It does a lot less damage than what the knife can do, and what the torch could do. You want either the knife weapon, which is what Sam I Am got, or you want the crossbow, or not the crossbow, but the torch, because both of them are just about as fast. For this level, overall you'll want the knife, but it's easier to get it in level 2, and it's just about as fast to just take torch here. Crossbow is basically the worst of all worlds. You're not gonna have a great time having it, but okay, seems like he's rolling. He isn't daunted at all. This stage is pretty easy when we're talking about the speedrun. It's not too deterring to these players who have played it a million times. Whoa, he jumps over that projectile. I've never seen anyone not kill that thing. Risky strats coming out from LK. Yeah, these are these parasite things. See, that's what happens with crossbow, and that's why you don't want it. And then he gets
the tracking is in my mind what makes it, like, ignoring the less damage and all that. The fact that it'll occasionally just leave you unable to attack for up to like 8 seconds or something. That makes the crossbow a no-go.
Yeah, it's a big problem. Very, very big problem.
That was a nice albatross kill there.
Yeah, Sam is in the lead now. Mostly because LK has this very, very terrible crossbow. Sam I Am going to level 2. He has the good weapon. He has everything he wants and needs. He'll be taking a damage boost and then going into, well, I don't know if he will be, but players usually do. We'll be taking a damage boost, and yeah, he will be. And then he'll be going into the raft section, which is a 4-minute auto scroller. So, we'll have a lot of time to just talk and have some fun, talking about the mechanics of the game a little bit. So this is the start of the auto scroller. LK is going into the same section. Basically, what you want to do in this auto scroller is not get hit. Oh, LK getting that knife. Thank goodness.
Nice.
That saves them a lot of time, because on the boss it is much, much worse to not have dagger.
I didn't know you could jump up there. I thought you had to cross the the vertical beam to the right. I didn't know you could jump up still to the left. That's interesting.
Yeah, you can jump up to the left. Okay, not taking the damage boost, playing it safe, makes sense. Doesn't want to fall more behind if he can avoid it. And again, that's just the mean part about this game. He doesn't want to like get a bad random spawn and just die. That's not like him thinking he's playing bad or thinking, he absolutely needs this time save. This game is mean and could just give him time loss. So the purpose of this autoscroller, as I was going on about before, is you want gold armor, and you're able to do that. There's enough chests in this level, in this part of the level, that you can get a bronze armor, gold armor, and then the shield. So you're able to get full magic power, which is what the shield gives you, and then actual magic power, which is what the gold armor gives you, along with that, ooh, he's got a... Okay, alright, he got out of it. Okay, had that crossbow very near that gold armor. That was a little scary.
Looming over him.
Yeah, that happens a lot in Ghouls too, but LK showing he has been in that situation hundreds of times. So you want yourself fully decked out, because that's what kills the boss the fastest, and also it's what kills everything fastest. I mean, there's not too much to say about that. The dagger's the fastest weapon. It shoots 2 only, but... Oh wait, no, it shoots 3. It shoots 3 and
on screen. Yeah,
it's 3 on screen, and it's also the most powerful weapon. I don't know what they were thinking when they were balancing the weapons.
I mean,
yeah,
like,
the magic is also one of the most powerful. And
I just the whole thing.
I think they were biased towards knife in the design of every single G&G game. because it's always the most powerful, bar none. And you
Yeah.
gotta think they didn't even try to balance some of the weapons, like axe and scythe, and axe in ghouls, and then scythe in this game. There are like some weapons which kind of make sense for casual play, like crossbow and discus, because discus has that shield magic, and then crossbow is very easy because it tracks enemies. But
Yeah.
knife is still just much better in every single speed capacity, and some weapons don't even compare casually. It doesn't make much sense.
You know, the beauty though is that for at least the redeeming factor on the crossbow is it's great for learning the game in a pre-internet time period, right, where you couldn't just type in youtube.com and figure out where all the chests are. Back in the 90s, the crossbow was a godsend, because you roll through the game and it's like, all right, there's a chest here. I don't know where to jump to trigger it, but I know that it's here, so I can just kind of figure that out.
Yeah, crossbow has a magic that just shows all the chests on the screen. Alright, let's see. LK is probably going to go for the quick kill. That's why he has the magic prepped up. It's not too bad if he misses it. Let's see if he gets it here. It seems like he is. Nice. Yeah, it looks like he's fine. Yep, he's good. Same I am, making quick work of that. Very, very good boss fight. Going straight into level 3.
Yeah, didn't even get out of the entry point there. That was nice.
Yeah, that was pretty good. That was classic level 2. Classic level 2 as in really good level 2. That's not something you expect every runner to do, especially in this environment. It might be safer to just go for a regular kill. Oh, okay. He getting stopped by that fire. Okay, going for the same kill, quite a bit closer. That's a scary place to be. Alright, still killing in record fashion. Yeah, that was just quite a bit closer, looked quite a bit more unsafe, but okay. He understands. He knows the game. He knows what he's doing. Level 3, this is basically where the game teaches you that the double jump is absolutely needed.
Yeah.
There are things that you just can't get across without having the double jump. These fire pillars and those fire pits. Before, you could get away with it. You could get away with not using the double jump if you were really, really good. But
nice safe kill on the armor there.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. It only wastes like 4 seconds to do that. There's no reason not to in a race setting. Because armors in this game, the armors in other games are pretty predictable. Well, not predictable, but you can manipulate them. In this game, I actually don't think you can. This is a casual speaking. I don't specifically play this game. I've played it quite a few times, but armors every single time just get me. I don't know what it is.
In terms of manipulation of their flight pattern, I got no idea. The only thing I know is, like, if you wait for them to land and then wait for them to charge at you, you're good, because they'll keep charging until they make contact. But as far as getting them to fly a certain way, I have no idea.
Okay, not taking the safe strat, thinking he's behind.
And that armor will be following him until, what, Spire 3, I think?
Yeah, and then it finally despawns. Yeah, as you see, he's just following behind. And if he never stops, it shouldn't be a problem. But
yeah,
again, sometimes this game makes you stop.
That's true.
That's mean. Sam going on to Spire 4 now. The only thing you need to watch out for overall is these goblins.
Yeah,
that drop from the ceiling.
The very last one always gets me. Like I'll be on PB pace, and then he comes for me. It's like they know that I'm doing well.
Yeah, of course, always. Yep. Oh, yep. Same way. I'm going for the quick kill, getting it. That's a very, very flashy kill. I like it a lot. And again, it's why you want to keep magic, why you want to not get hit, because magic speeds up the boss fights by a lot. That was like 2-3 times as fast as the regular bronze armor knife kill, which is the green armor. The green armor knife kill. While it's fast, it's certainly not as fast as that.
And it's less flashy.
Yeah, much less flashy, which is like a really big indicator of what you should use. So, alright, same I am on to level 4. Level 4 is scary when you're a casual player, but I think this is the level where I see the least amount of flubs. um, from any speedrunner of this game. It's a very controlled level. You're not gonna see too much error. Mostly because if you do the same thing, it's always the same, barring one or two random spawns of those axe-wielding ghosts.
Yeah,
but those are like, that's like the 2% of errors, and then the other 98% are, you know, not exactly knowing what's going on.
I would say the gas geysers as well, the purple pink geysers we're gonna see in just a moment.
Yeah, those are pretty scary unless you know what exactly to do. But these guys have a manipulation, so some of these blue, whatchamacallits, I don't even know what to call them. They look like intestines, so we're just gonna call them intestines. blue intestines. Ooh, okay, in a bad position here. Got some very unlucky fireball spawns. Yeah, but using that magic to get him out of that little pinch.
Kind of a tight squeeze here.
Yeah, it's a very tight squeeze. This level can be mean sometimes.
It can.
Whatever I was saying, like, you don't see any errors, but you see people stop a lot and reassess what they're doing.
Yeah.
Because it's a scary level and it could hit you. Oh, see? Look at that. That's one of the only times you'll ever see the shields actually block a projectile on LK's screen. Because it can, but you don't see it too often. Because mostly projectiles just kill you. And that's it.
Yeah.
But that green fireball is one of the outliers of that rule. Coming up to the Hydra, Sam wants them all to overlap like they just did, because then they all take a lot more damage. They take damage on every single other frame, which is really, really good. Of course, you want that.
Faster to not use magic with the Hydra, then? Is the ideal quick kill just daggers?
The ideal quick kill is, yeah, because the Hydra's very laggy. This game is one of the examples of Capcom not knowing how to program. We get a lot more examples of this later on in Capcom's gamography. But holy moly, look at this. Yeah, he goes for that, because sometimes they control you and just hit you. It's not very nice. But this game is very, very, very poorly coded. You look at that, and the Hydra, it has the entire object table of the SNES taken up just by the Hydra sprites. It's silly. So if you introduce the magic, then the magic, it like, look at LK screen, it just lags the game like silly.
Yeah.
And you can also get hit if, you know, they don't stop. So LK was a bit lucky there. If they had kept going forward, they actually would have been, he would have been hit, and he would have been in a much worse position going into level 4.
Now the question is, are we going to see an invincibility glitch, or are they just going to power through?
I doubt we'll see an invincibility glitch. I don't think can you do invincibility glitch with just dagger magic? I thought it was. Oh, okay.
It's any of the magics. You can do it with chest or any of that, because it's
I thought it was just chest.
No. As long as the signal goes up to begin the iframes, and then the snow hits you before the signal to end the iframes occurs. Oh no! LK getting blasted.
LK getting blasted by one of the wolves there.
It's alright though, because he can get the it's almost the checkpoint, so he could in theory do a safety death that would get him the
yeah, but there's still a lot to go, and you saw Sam powering through these ice pillars with laser daggers. He can't do that. He has to stop. That means he can get hit by those angels there. It's very scary. Again, Sam with another really good safe kill.
Nice.
You absolutely want to safe kill these guys, because they can just absolutely end run.
Yeah, that's me through this whole level, is just spell spamming everything. Going under the bird, it blows my mind every time I see that. Yeah, going under the bird is one of those strats where you think that these players are insane, and they actually are. But they always tell you, no, it's not too hard. Yeah, it is.
But yeah, but it's actually incredibly difficult. Just try playing this game casually and then doing that? Oh man, you don't want to do that. Alright. Yeah, Sam I'm going for all the strats. All the strats. Getting through that level in record time, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Getting into the final level before you get sent on the loop. For those of you that don't know, G&G games always have a loop, and this game is no exception, even though it's a console game. So, oh, I guess you can get all of your armor back if you take that death. I wasn't aware. Oh man, that was really close to the bird.
Yeah,
Twice.
if you do the safety death, you can get it all back as long, and you can still do the invincibility glitch actually, as long as when you jump over to the third chest across the ice spikes, like just 1 foot needs to be on the ledge landing there, and it won't trigger it. So you're as long as you do the safety death, then you're good.
Yeah, so safety death is good.
Sam is on PB pace. Nice. Also, what up, Telio? How you doing?
And Telio's in chat.
Yeah.
Excellent. Hello, Telio. Telio, the guy we were talking about, #1 in the US, #5 in the world. Excellent, excellent player.
Malcolm as well, #1 overall. Greetings.
Malcolm, Malcolm, #1 overall. The guy who organizes everything. LK, as you can see, LK, as you can see, not going under the bird because going under the bird's very scary. Completely understandable.
Sam multitasking.
Yeah, Sam's doing a lot right now. Yeah, he's doing all the safe. Oh, I guess that magic didn't hit. Ooh, is he gonna get hit? Oh no, he's good. He's good. The lag, but it worked.
How close that was.
Oh man, that was a very well done fight. LK getting hit in his first Astaroth here, but still cleaning him out. So we got a level difference, but again, this game is nothing short of volatile. And Sam IM could die 5 times in one section and it not be his fault at all. It just happens in this game. But yeah, if you wanted an example of why you want laser daggers, this level, the last level, is a big example of that. These birds, you can kill them in... Ooh, I'm getting hit by that imp. Again, this game just trolls you, man. It trolls you really bad, especially when you're doing poorly. If you don't have laser knife, then you get trolled so much more. It's really mean.
The laser knife is basically your only... Like in Zelda, the old guy... It's like, bro, listen, you need to take this. You don't need to go out there alone. Like,
yeah,
it's the dagger.
Without laser dagger, you're basically going alone.
Yeah.
All right.
You have no hope.
He's trying to take on this armor. Oh yeah, scary stuff. Absolutely scary stuff. He just kind of just bumped him. I think he was just trying to take the death there.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. As much as I don't understand the armor behavior in this game, the pro players do, and he knew that he was just gonna bump into him there. That's why he just stood still. Yeah, trying to play it a bit more safe this time around. Oh my goodness, that lag. On the Sam screen, it's the reason I don't play this game. It's a very, very laggy game, but it helps a lot with your reflexes if you understand the lag. So it makes it easier on the player. But again, it's a lot of lag. All right, yeah. Okay, finally going for some safety kills. I was always questioning him when he didn't go for safety kills on armors, because Sam IM was, and Sam IM's doing really well.
I think the dagger magic costs you what, 6 seconds to cast it.
It's quite a lot of time, but
yeah.
You again still with armors. I think in a race setting you don't want to go for that. It's a very scary thing to go for, but that's just me. I know I'm not heralded for my race strats in my own games, but it's still a good thing to know them and still a good thing to do them. Ooh.
I kind of feel you on that, JJ. As much as I liked Gradius 3, I found that it was only truly enjoyable if you basically beginning to end it and don't mess up. And so it's like the game is only really, how do you say, the game is more fun once you're already very proficient at it, which was a really weird trend from back then. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was a lot of Capcom, a lot of Konami. Both of them did that a lot, and this game is I'd say basically the same thing. This game is the only G&G game. No, that's not true. It is one of two G&G games, the only one of the original trilogy to have continues. So yeah, speedrunners never encounter that because they give you something like 3 continues, and it's a very low amount of score to get more.
Yeah, 20k I think for your first
yeah.
life.
Yeah, so it's 20k for like an extra 3 lives off of 1 continue. It's silly. But it is a problem for a casual player, and that's you have to like. And again, like I was saying, this game punishes you for getting memed on by the game. So if you don't get laser knife and you take like 5 deaths in a row, it's like 2 continues that you just wasted because the game's mean. And you didn't know exactly what to do in that section. That's something I ran into a lot, and that's what this game suffers from that a lot, casually, and when you're trying to learn it as a speed game. It's like I've said mean a lot, but it's I don't think I could say it more and be inaccurate. Ooh, LK getting hit there. That's unfortunate.
Why are they running in Japanese? The ending sequence is, and correct me if I'm wrong here, roughly 20 seconds faster.
The 30
there we
seconds.
go, 21.
No, 21. Exactly 21. It's 30. It's 30 in Ghouls'n. So I always say 30. But ooh, that dog didn't jump. That's weird. But yeah, the intermediate sequence that we just saw LK go through and Sam I Am go through a bit further beforehand is 21 seconds faster.
American Princess 2 chatting.
Yeah, absolutely too chatty. Yeah, talks for a very, very long time, and it's not because she talks for too much longer of a time. The text is slower. It's like the text is almost the same amount, but it's significantly slower on the American version. I don't know. Maybe Capcom just thought Americans can read fast and they made it slower. I'm not sure. But that's
the chat roll down. Help them out a little bit.
Yeah, that's how it stands. That's the only difference in this game, as far as I'm aware.
Well, there's the onks too. In the Japanese version, the crosses on the coffins are the Christian cross, whereas in the American version, they're the Egyptian onk.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking of speedrun, but that is also a nice tidbit to know. There was a lot of religious.
Oh yeah, you meant
what's it called? No, it's all good. But yeah, I meant speedrun stuff. But also the religious censoring in the early to mid '90s is also pretty interesting. But I was thinking, like Ghouls'n, my main game. There's actually differences between the American and Japanese versions, where you actually want to play the Japanese version despite the text.
Interesting.
Yeah, so there's nothing like that in this game. It's just the time. So if you wanted to play this game, you can very easily play an NTSC version, and only be down 21 seconds. All the strats are the same. You can do everything the same.
And that's what I do. I run the NTSC version, or NTSC rather, just for, like, I've been running it at this point for, dude, I don't know, like 20-something years, and I want to be able to read that ending dialogue. You know what I'm saying?
It's important.
Maybe she's not gonna make me do it over again this time. Maybe she's gonna be like, you know what, Arthur, loop 1, you did so good. I'm just gonna. That's fine. You don't even have to do it again.
Yeah, you got world record. Congratulations. Yeah, that's a big thing in this game specifically, people playing NTSC, because you would think, oh, everyone wants to play Japanese version, though why doesn't everyone? The SNES is region locked, so you would need a Super Famicom and a Japanese version of the game.
I did not know that. I didn't know it was region locked. Interesting.
Yeah, so you need a Japanese version, and that costs quite a bit more if you already have an SNES.
Yeah.
You know, and not to mention if you already have the game. Okay, showing off the goddess bracelet there.
Just rip the tabs. Oh, so it's a physical region lock, Telio?
Yeah, it is a physical region lock.
Yeah, get the old Dremel tool out.
Yeah, get the Dremel. But either way, also the Japanese game costs quite a bit more than if you find it like on a part. Ooh, okay, getting hit. It's unfortunate. But it takes also some more money to get the Japanese version.
Yeah.
Which is again why you see people running on NTSC in this game. Yeah, I actually didn't know that it was physical. Maybe I did and I just forgot. Yeah, the American carts do have little grooves on the back. Ooh. I always like that little... It looks like a swag jump, but it's actually 100% optimal coming from Sam.
Interesting.
He like goes backward, and he's facing to the left as he goes to the right. That's my favorite part about G&G games. You can style with your jumps very easily.
Double jump makes it, honestly. Like that's the mechanic for me that really makes the game stand out.
I think I don't know. I think the double jump makes it easier to swag, but it makes the swag less genuine. That's like, I don't know. That's me. It's coming from a place of not having a double jump ever.
I can feel that. I like that it gives you freedom to avoid, but like if you do it wrong, once you make that second jump, you're locked in. So if you screw the second one up, you basically have to just watch yourself cascade into death. And it's usually on a PB pace too. It's like, no, I meant to neutral jump, not to the left, no, and then it's too late.
Yeah, double jumping is double jumping can be a learning curve in this game because this is one of 2 G&G games that has it. Again, the only of the original trilogy that has it. And it's a learning curve because it feels pretty weird when you're actually playing the game for the first time.
It does.
You probably won't use it too much until you're forced to, and that's why level 3 forces you so much, is because they really want you to learn the mechanics so the game's easier for you. Well, they don't want to make the game easier for you, but they want to make sure you play the game and get yourself frustrated. This is Capcom we're talking about.
That Goblin Tower was sick.
Yeah, that Goblin Tower was very, very good. No qualms there.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So, yeah, we didn't talk about PAL. People in the comments were talking about PAL. PAL is a region locked specifically because it's a different video mode, and they had to slow down the game, so it actually ran on Euro TVs because they run at 50 hertz. So it makes sense why it's region locked towards all other whatchamacallit, SNES / Super Famicom systems. So we have the rerun of level 4 going on here. It's pretty good. Or level 4 or level 5, I actually forget. Level 4, yeah.
They remove a bunch of enemies and bosses have less HP. Interesting.
Oh, yeah. PAL is a very undiscovered category / version, mostly because it's slower, so who's gonna play it?
Right.
But as far as we know, and as far as Telio was telling us, and I believe Telio, he's really good.
Yeah.
That it's actually easier, but again,
Sam's
it's slower.
the lead.
Yeah, Sam is most definitely in the lead. It's about like a level ahead of LK at this point, but again, nothing's done yet. I can't stress that Sam could take some dives that aren't entirely his fault and then just die. And then LK gets in the lead by good play. It's very, very possible at this point. Yeah. 50 FPS is plenty if they were made for it, this is correct. But what manufacturers did at the time is instead they just put a 60 FPS game and slowed it to 50 FPS.
Yeah.
So it's 5/6 of the actual speed, and it's not very fun. And especially in this game, you saw all the lag that's going on, like in level 1, and thereabouts. Level 2 also has a lot of lag.
Yeah.
If lag on top of 5/6 speed is not very fun. Palette version definitely does suffer from the same slowdown. Yes. It's not fun. It's not a good time. It's just slow and slow down and lag, and it's terrible. Imagine the Hydra boss. Hydra boss with magic.
And shield.
And shields. At the same time. He got a good overlap there. Sam getting really good luck in the Hydra fight.
Just to beat the game casually, you have to know it in and out. You have to... Assuming that you didn't crank your continues up to 9...
Which I did. Trust me,
yeah,
I did.
you've got to have a pretty good idea on it.
You have to have a decent knowledge of the series in general. I didn't even use all 9 of my continues, but I did it just so I didn't, have a very frustrating experience playing the game.
Right.
because again, this game can be frustrating. Yeah.
So, chat poll. Who among you in chat now has completed this game? If you've done one loop, cool. If you did both the loops,
Yeah, one loop I say it's fine. That's completing the game to me. I did both, but if you only did one, then that makes perfect sense. Because this game, I don't know, I don't like both. Ooh, okay, ooh, just one dagger. That was a swaggy dagger.
ooh,
I guess, yeah, I guess he knew that that was coming, but
that save though. That save was sick.
It was a really good save because that boss was just a little bit away from ooh. Ooh, it kills everything on Sam's screen. Magic kills everything.
Only Ghouls'n Ghost. Same lackeys. Same. I've only beaten Super. I tried the one on the NES and just got like rocked, just completely and utterly rocked.
Yeah, this has the reputation of being quote unquote the easiest casually, mostly because no one knows the other two. But all the other games are just about as difficult. If not a little less or a little more, just depending on how exactly you play. This game, if you really value freedom of control and don't like being locked into your movements, then it's going to be the easiest game for you. Yeah, this is the pit of shame right now. It's very, very scary not having armor in this section. Ooh, as Sam, I am getting through that ice boss real easy.
I've beaten this, but with save states. Yeah, stage 6, if you have the gold armor and you know how to deal with the boss, stage 6 is not a problem. Stage 7, if you do not have dragon armor, is or the golden dragon. It's so bad.
Stage 7 is very, very scary unless you know what you're doing.
So
that's
bad.
always the end stages. And even if you poll these runners and ask these runners, hey, what's your least favorite stages? Most likely they're going to say stage 6 and 7.
Yeah.
They're going to say the last stages, and that's I think for every. Yeah, that's what I think it is for every game. Every single G&G game has this like terrible thing in the last 2-3 levels that just no one likes and no one wants to deal with, but they do anyway, because G&G players are very mean to themselves. It is a good time though. I'm getting that Astaroth kill real easy. Going into final level for the second time, Samus. Okay, not too far behind.
Grimoire and Gargoyle.
Yeah. Ghouls'n Ghost and Gravy, Grimoire and Gargoyle. There's a lot of different names. I have some friends that incessantly make different names, and I can't remember all of them for this series. Just G and G. It's like gnome and gangster. It's like everything you can think of, people think of to call this series. Yeah, this is LK showcasing how laggy the Hydra can be if you don't kill it immediately. This is running at 20 frames a second. This is really bad. Come on, Capcom. Capcom not very knowledgeable about how to. This was very early in the SNES lifecycle, so I guess they had license to do this, but not to the extent, honestly. It's pretty noticeable that they just didn't know what they were doing.
My internet went out for a second. Oh god.
You're alright. I can hear you now. So, alright. Sam AM coming up to this fight. Having no armor for it. I think you usually have armor. I'm not exactly certain, but I'm pretty... Ooh, Sam AM taking that death. That's what I'm talking about. These last levels can be really mean. So we didn't talk about the Goddess Bracelet at all, but the G&G series... Oh yeah, there's no checkpoint in this level. Yeah, so he has to do the whole level over. And
that's... Yeah,
you don't
it's
want
the
to
run killer, man.
You don't want to do this level over with the Goddess Bracelet, because...
So slow.
While G&G...
Oh, no!
No, come man. Come on. This game, man. This is what I was talking about. Okay, I can get in the lead very easily if this game keeps treating Sam IM how they are now.
And this is where the salt flows forth from the Sampo. You're on PB pace, right? You're doing good. You're there. You're in the
Actually,
zone.
I think Sam was on PB pace.
That's how it happens, bro.
He was. That's so dumb. Oh my goodness.
It's mean to you. And like, when I die,
I
loot
would
to level
feel
7.
really, really angry about that.
Yeah, I
that's
gotta walk away from it at that point because it's just there's so much salt flowing through the body at that point.
Yeah. So, Sam's misfortune aside, we're talking about the ultimate weapon. This is the Goddess Bracelet. Every single G&G game has an ultimate weapon. This game, no exception. The problem is that the ultimate weapon is usually pretty bad. In this game, it is. Goddess Bracelet's not very good. You much rather have knife.
There's
which
no
is
magic to it. I mean, like, no magic, short range. It does have high damage, great. And it can defeat the projectiles, great.
It only defeats projectiles with gold armor, though, right?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So another feature since man,
yeah,
this
the salt's getting in my thing.
Yeah, he's definitely shook a little bit.
Which, I mean, who wouldn't be? To be fair,
I would be
you know
very shook if I was on PB pace during a race and that just happened. I would be shook for sure. So Neveroth is easily one of my least favorite bosses with no armor. He's just one of my least favorite with no armor because no armor is so mean.
Yeah.
Like especially when he's right here, you have to like stay so far away from him for so long.
He just camps the side. He's like, oh, you want to get up here? Oh, well, that's just too bad.
Yeah, that's too bad. You can't. So yeah, it also just takes a long time. Yeah, there you go. And Sam, I am getting that Neveroth. But he's got to be feeling pretty angry because he was on PB pace and he got Astaroth trolled. Yeah, he was on pace for a sub 35. He was on very, very good pace if his Sardius fight went well.
So we got the Black Cape Sardius here, which is Super Famicom Mini only, I think. Normally a red cape.
Yeah, it's normally a red cape. No idea why they changed it. It's Capcom, so who cares? They changed a lot of things.
Woo!
Yeah, and he had a good Sardius, so if he had had a no deaths, then he would have been fine. But that's unfortunate. That's okay. That's he still won the race. He still did well. But man,
GG.
If he hadn't died there,
it's like I'm
been
vicariously becoming salty through him.
Yeah, dude, I am becoming salty through him. This is I am feeling Sam Salt coming through the screen and into my mains. Because man, that's maddening. And again, that would have been a PB. Would have gotten him higher on the leaderboard. He would have been in the league of. There's not a lot of sub 35 runners. I think it's like 5 or 6 people. So Sam would have been in that elite institution. But nope, that's unfortunate. Yep, it's only 5 people. Telio being the gatekeeper there.
It's a really nice Astaroth.
Yeah, that was a really good Astaroth. And again, this is just, we're talking about luck. We're talking about, what happened in the stage.
Yeah.
LK didn't get hit, so... no, don't get... Oh, no, he got hit. He got hit. That's unfortunate. It was definitely greedy, but it's how it is. Yeah, it is 6? Alright, that makes sense. Yeah, I think enemy got 1. Enemy of an institution. I was about to say something, and I shouldn't. Yeah, it's 3 Japanese runners and then the rest of the world. Again, the Japanese have a stranglehold on this game. They've been playing it for years, 20 plus years. Acidic said he's been playing it for 20 plus years, but Japanese players have been playing it at the level everyone else has been right now for 20 plus years.
Right.
It's pretty silly. So Malcolm has like a 32-minute time, and then there's like one more player with a 32, and then it's like a 34, and then it keeps going down. Japanese are insane in this game. Yeah, I didn't remember his exact name, but yeah, it's Dice Todd, then it's Hanage, and then it's Fred, Telio, Enemy, and then I forget the rest because I don't play this game. Ooh, LK getting hit by that Sardius. This is probably the only game where Sardius actually, or not Sardius, but the last boss actually poses a threat of some sort. And that's Sam. Hello, Sam. What's going on?
Hello, Doc. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm feeling your salt through the screen and through your microphone, or at least I would be salty after what happened to you. How do you feel?
Well, overall, the run like a 37:21 is a race run that I'm happy with. But yeah, like
yeah, you could have had.
I did choke and I got hit in the bird room on something that I absolutely should not get hit on. That's not a hard part of the run.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. It's just nervous. Like you saw me choking a little bit at the beginning of that level too.
Yeah, it's how it is. You were on PB pace, and I get it, the nerves. But it worked out. Yeah, okay, sub 41, still very, very good, respectable time.
Oh, yeah, I would have hopped like 3 people on the leaderboards if I did that right.
Yeah, you would have been one of the 7 people to have a sub 35. That would have put you quite a bit high on the leaderboard. But hey, that's how it is. There's more tournament to go around. There's more stuff to do. Ooh, Azu Toroto. That's a good name. I just noticed that. Azu Toroto.
Yeah.
It's usually just Astaroth, but it's like.
Well, it's Astaroth, or it's Astaroto in the English version as well. Although I think the game is wrong and Astaroth is right.
I think Astaroth is right, because that's what the Ghost manual calls him. I don't think you see his name. You have your original Ghost manual? Wow.
Yeah, it's in the cabinet beside me here. Let me see if I can find it. I also have my Street Fighter 2010, The Final Fight.
Oh god.
For the NES. Yeah,
that's terrible.
That's right there.
Terrible game. All right. So good job to both runners. Both very, very good times. Sam biting a little bit of dust, but still getting a good time in the race. I'm sorry for your loss, Sam. Hope you get another PB pace run soon, either in the tournament or in streams or whatever.
I don't know, like after doing that, maybe I'm a little inspired today. Maybe I'll just do some more runs today afterwards.
Oh, bro, you got this. Today's the day.
Hey, if you want to follow up, then that's the best course of action. I never do. If I get a PB pace run and I don't get it, I just stop because I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I find that some days I'm running well and some days I'm running not so well. So when I'm on one of those running well days, it's probably worth it to keep going.
Oh, you're screen showing what happens when you switch buttons. So.
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah, this isn't.
You die.
Yeah, you die. You would die, except there's invincibility, so you don't. Especially in that Knight Arthur thing. That Knight Arthur thing and has invincibility.
Oh well, you actually
long time.
You actually die on level in the stage 5, the Woo cutscene. You walk right off.
Yeah, you walk off the cliff. Yeah, and you die. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that despawns the music, so you don't get any of that awesome music for the rest of the credits.
Yeah, you don't get any more music.
It's a downside to having that control scheme.
Yeah, it's just one of those things about this game. One of those excellent designer quirks that where'd that horse come from? Oh, don't worry about it. Arthur just had it in his back pocket.
He stole it from Sardius.
Yeah, Sardius
stole it from him, and then he stole it back.
That's Sardius' horse right there. So he was riding that over to his chamber when Arthur requested a duel, and that was all the mode of transportation anyone needed in this game. Why didn't Arthur have a horse when he was going up to Sardius' lair? That's not a problem.
Well, horses are finicky. They're not gonna jump over water when they're
I guess you can't bring a horse into a volcano. That makes sense.
I mean, you can. You just can't bring him back out when he's really done.
I don't think. Yeah, the horse couldn't have fit on those tiny fire pillars. My bad. I didn't know the game lore. I need to know more game lore.
And that's not even bullshitting. If you tried in real life to bring a horse through anything remotely resembling that, the horse would refuse.
Yeah,
the horse is nah.
Absolutely. And then I love the ghost or the the AI getting stuck and not doing anything right in the end credits, even when you don't have buttons. I don't think LK has button switched, and he was doing that Sardius fight, and he just missed the platform. And if that Aramer had kept going through, then he was getting hit by that Aramer. It's like the AI is much worse than any player can actually hope to achieve.
That's why it cuts to credit.
Yeah, it cuts to credits almost immediately. So yeah, good race. Probably shouldn't.
And one thing the credits reveal is that actually you didn't have to go back and get the bracelet. You can fight Sardius with the lance.
Yeah, yeah, he does have that. He does have the lance, doesn't he? Yeah, that happens in Ghouls too.
Little known fact there.
You can that just shows that they use level select, because level select spawns you in that room with a lance. I know because I've done it, and it's not a very fun fight with lance.
Wait, can you damage him though?
You can damage him. You can kill him. I've done it.
Really?
But it's not a fun fight. You just
I'd imagine it would take like 3 times as long.
It's about 3 times as long. Yeah.
Because the bracelet, like when you're right up next to him, you do like 18 damage, and I think Lance does like 7 or 8 damage or something like that.
Yeah, Lance is significantly worse.
Plus, I don't think you could get off enough shots per cycle with the lance. Like, I think you can definitely throw the bracelet more.
Yeah, you can get like a 7, 8 cycle with lance, I think.
Yeah. Even though you can have 2 lances at the same time, the lance is rate limited, so you can't shoot him as fast as you can press the button.
I never understood the rate limit in this game specifically. I don't like the rate limit, but I don't want to get too technical. Probably switch to the setup of the next thing we're doing and sign ourselves off.
I don't know. Maybe if they didn't have a rate limit, the lance would almost be as good as the dagger.
Yeah, lance would actually be a decent weapon, but no.
There you go.
And like it is in Ghouls. Ghouls is actually a good weapon. I use it quite a bit. All right, that's enough. We should be signing off here. This has been DOSFox Falco. Acidic, he doesn't want to talk. And
sorry, I zoned out there for a second.
That's all good. And then Sam, I am our interviewee, and we're signing off. Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you. And for those of you out there who have yet to beat this, go for it. You got it.
Yeah, play this game more. Let's see
it doesn't exactly have infinite continues, but they hand them out like candy, so you shouldn't have to worry about it.
You got this. You got the 9, and then you can get more. Y'all got this. Crush it.
Absolutely. Go out there. Go forward, make dauntless progress or whatever.
There you go.
All right.
Later, everybody.
Signing off.